Welcome everybody, my name is Balazs and we have two beautiful smartphones here on the table by Huawei. In some countries the right the right phone is called Honor 7 Lite, in some countries it's called Huawei P9 Lite 2017, or in other countries like for example Germany, where I live at right now, it's called a Huawei P8 Lite 2017, and I think in most countries that's the name, and it's a quite strange name because we have a P9 Lite right here, which is a 2016 model, and then we go back to the P8 name, but give it a little bit better hardware than the P9, and it's still called a Lite, but now it has a other year number at the end. In the back you can see a P10, that's not important, that's just for the picture taking in a second, but yeah, name giving is really strange, and I actually favor the name Honor 8 Lite because if you turn the right device around, you can see not only my fingerprints on there, but it looks like an Honor 8, and as a Lite model I can totally accept it because we have a plastic border all around the cover. It costs $150 less MSRP, and the camera is obviously not as good as in an Honor 8, but still it's a beautiful phone. So, both beautiful, both around the same price point. MSRP, this was $299, now we have $249 here, but obviously this is now cheaper because it has been out for more than, I think, 3/4 of a year. So you can buy them for about the same money. Maybe this one is cheaper, and it should be cheaper because actually there is more plastic on this device than on this device, because if you go around the side, the only metal part about the left phone, the P9 Lite 2016, is this border all around, which feels quite nice. And if we compare the both, which we are doing in this video obviously, you can see we have dual SIM on both, also both do micro SD expandable if you don't want to use the second SIM card. On the bottom, again, exactly the same, both devices, micro USB port, speaker and microphone. Then on the next side we have the on and off switch and the volume rocker on both devices, different size but still same probably if you ask me. And then on the top we have a little bit difference because we have microphones and headsets on different positions, but otherwise again probably the same hardware underneath. Now the back is where we come to the big difference in design. We have glass here and we have plastic here on the back. Fingerprint reader, square and round. Otherwise, cameras seem to be the same, but we have here a 30 megapixel camera in the P9 Lite 2016. On the right side, in the Honor 8 Lite, I'm just calling it now, we have 12 megapixels and both obviously a flashlight. So less megapixels does not mean a less good picture, because we can have bigger pixels, which would mean more light is coming into the pixel and we can shoot better pictures maybe in the dark. Both have the Huawei logo. You can remove here the stickers, but my brother didn't do it because this is my brother's device. On the right side I did that already, but now you can see all my nice little fingerprints if I leave it like this. But let's go to the front, where we have on both, as you can see, also a 5.2-inch display, which I will turn on now on both devices. Oh, we have accidentally even the same picture available here to us. 5.2 inches Full HD, and on the left side we have maybe a little bit bigger border around the edges of the screen, but actually they are both the same height, even the same weight, 147 grams. Also 8 megapixel camera on the front, also both the same megapixel amount, which is quite strange, but the fingerprint reader is slower on the left than on the right side. I tried it in previous videos, and if I do it now again, the right side unlocked easily and the left side just vibrated in my hand, so it said, "What's this finger? Leave me alone." So let's try it again. Wow, we are inside now, but still the right side was faster. So after just these two rounds, let's say this is enough. I would definitely say the right fingerprint reader is faster, but obviously it's a newer device and that should be, it should be like that, even though it's a little bit cheaper from MSRP. So going left and right, feels the same speed because we have in both devices 3 gigs of RAM, almost the same processor. We have a Kirin 650 on the left and 655 on the right, and therefore almost the same resolution or same amount of high score in the Antutu benchmark, which you can see has the same version. Now a lot of people don't like to use this. I'm just using this to compare actually phones because that's quite nice for doing that. So otherwise I don't think much about benchmarks. If you want a game, try out the game if it works on your phone as you like it. So if you go to the specs exactly, you can see we have an Android 6 here, while we have Android 7 on the newer device on the right. Again, as I mentioned, the camera here, you have the megapixels again. I'm not lying. Then we have in both devices now 3 gigs of RAM. In some countries, the P9 Lite was available with 2 gigs of RAM, but here we have both with 3. Now again, the processor almost the same, 650, 655, which means 100 megahertz more on the right on the 655. Otherwise, seems to be exactly the same when it comes even to the GPU. But there's an OpenGL standard now here that is supported the 3.2 on the right side, which was not supported on the left side, but again, same resolution for the display, and otherwise we have seen already the infos about the camera. So let's go out. We talked about the camera. Let's check out the camera. So that's why I have the P10 in the background, so we can see there is something in this picture, and you're able to see that if I start both again with nothing being there in the background, let's just do that again, which will open up faster the camera. Left was a wee bit faster, but not that important for an everyday use if you ask me. And now we are here in the picture mode, where we have on the left side a little bit more of a reddish picture, while on the right side it's more realistic, but it's not as wide-angled and sharp if you ask me. I can go to the same position, but it feels about the same maybe in speed for the autofocus, but if you go here to the background in this kitchen or off this kitchen, you can see me a little bit reflecting on the left side, but we have here more of a right tick of the picture on the right side, but it's brighter therefore, and this shoots probably better pictures in dark. That's what I mentioned about bigger pixels on 12 megapixels than on the left, a standard 30 megapixel camera. Now again, focus, let's go back down here. The left was slower with focus, let's go back up, back down, and yes, this focus is a little bit slower. Let's move around with the front camera, because that's interesting that we have on both 8 megapixels, but if you check that out, the wide angle seems to be the same, but the quality on the left, on the P9 Lite before, was way better than on the right, where it seems like it's a 5 megapixel camera, which is dealing with all kinds of problems when it comes to color and light and everything. The left is just looking beautiful, sharp, and that's how a selfie camera should be. Both have the beauty feature not on right now. Maybe it will get worse on the left side when we get an Android 7 update. I'll see. That will be interesting. So that's also one of the main reasons maybe to get a new one, because we have here the latest Android installed, where you have just a different kind of experience. You have your shortcuts right away there. Here you can see we have a few other things in the background running, and we are just getting quicker to the settings on the right device than on the left, but probably there will be an update coming hopefully soon for the P9 Lite 2016, so it will be about the same. So this was already it from the short little comparison of both beautiful Android devices with about the same price, the same manufacturer, that cannot decide what name to give the new device on the right side, but I think it's a beautiful device. They could tune a little bit the front camera, but otherwise there's no reason not to buy the P9 Lite 2017 on the right, or P8 Lite 2017 on the right, or Honor Lite 2017, or just Honor 8 Lite on the right side, since it's a beautiful phone, has a great back camera, everything is great on the device, and even the price is really good. So thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and this was the short little comparison of 2 great Huawei products.